Hi guys, today is the first day of having our chickens. It's Christmas Day and we got our chickens on Christmas Eve and they spent the night in the neighbour's hedge. I didn't get to them quite in time and didn't put them away in the coop. They'd had a long trip in the car and I felt like they needed some water and a little peek around, so I left them there. They seemed fine, so I went inside and came outside and 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, and they had disappeared. So we were panicking all around the place looking for them, asking all the neighbours. Great way to introduce the chickens to the neighbours is to ask them if you've seen your lost chickens on Christmas Eve. Yeah, so there was parties going on and there was people everywhere, but we couldn't find the chickens, and it's getting later and later. We finally gave up, and we're out here in the early hours as soon as the sun came up to look for them, and they were still nice and cozy in the top of the neighbour's hedge. So they'd flown over the fence and up into the neighbour's hedge, which is just across there. So there you go. They can fly when they're little. These little girls are only 12 weeks old, and I'll just take you in and show you the coop and the run. Unfortunately that's not covered, so it would have been better if I'd had a covered run straight away. Just closing the gate. So I've got just some flexible fencing here, which is the omelette flexible fencing, and we're just doing this at the moment because we wanted to see how big we want this run to be before we put permanent fencing in. And so we've got some fruit trees here, and it was just a little fruit tree strip before we decided to put the chickens here. And we've bought the coop. Somebody made it on Facebook Marketplace, they were selling it. And we've got comfrey around each fruit tree. Got a plum tree here. So the trees are all very young, they're only a year old. It's another plum tree, and then an apple. And then, so I'm just showing you this because I'm going to show you the before and after of what the chickens do to all this vegetation. So we've got some lavender down here. I've decided not to move it, just to see what happens. And then some more comfrey down there underneath the apple tree. There's some celery at the back that's gone to seed, and there's a little flaxy bush at the back. And there's some rhubarb, which I need to find out whether I need to move that or not. And some mint, and then this weedy stuff that I believe is okay for chickens, but they haven't seemed to touch it yet, so I'm not sure if it's their favourite or not, but we'll see. And then in the back here I've got some little baby herb plants. That's a pineapple sage, pineapple sage, and a lemon verbena, and a salvia. And I put these here before I realised I was going to get chickens. And I've got some sorrel and some gone to seed parsley. Yeah, so I have put some bricks around the plants just to see what happens and whether I have to move them or not. And so these piles here are just cut down comfrey. They seem to like that. They've already had a go at picking one of these comfrey leaves. And when we got them back, we put them in the coop this morning. So it's Christmas morning, so I'm going to go inside shortly, but just to show you, they've got quite a big area here. And this is the coop inside. and nice and clean. So this is the before of the coop. There's some nesting boxes at the back and 2 little perches, and it's got some nice, let's pan out here again, hopefully this isn't going too fast. Got a opening there for cleaning, and nest boxes in there, nice and clean at the moment. So this is the before, and some ventilation there. So, and let me show you a little good look at the chickens. They're 12 weeks old, and one of them is a barred rock, and one of them is a little bitzer. So we're hoping she turns out like a full golden laced Wyandotte, but she could be just a little bit of a bitzer. So, but she's still pretty the way she is, and I think they're about 12 weeks old, like I said. So got a bit more growing to do, and hopefully they get heavier so they don't have to have their wings clipped all the time, so they don't fly over the fence, but like they did last night. So that's it for today. First day of having the chickens.